You got to slow down because you're talking so fast I can't understand you. I keep hearing all time, but that's all I'm getting.
You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. I'll have to sue the courthouse for 100-fold.
Mr. Goodman, I don't have to prove a damn thing to you, sir. If you're here on the
you got to prove that you got that you got power of attorney law over me. My name is not those capital letters, so I'm an Israelite from the 12 tribes. So what I'm saying is I'm representing myself. That's all that needs to be said. I'm a human being. I'm a living man. I'm a living being. I'm not no cargo. I'm not none of that.
Unless you are a price on a can of beans, we don't need a barcode.
You need to slow down. I can't understand you when you talk so fast. All I'm hearing is all time, but nothing else. Before we continue, you need to prove you have power of attorney. If not, you'll have to sue the courthouse for 100 times the amount. Mr. Goodman, that I don't have to prove anything to you, sir. If you're in this courtroom, you need to follow the law. You're the one who needs to prove you have power of attorney over me. My name isn't WR in all capital letters. I'm not a corporation. I'm an Israelite from the 12 tribes, and I'm representing myself. That's all you need to know, that I am a living human being, not a piece of property, not cargo, and not a product with a price tag.
Well, Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Goodman. Mr. Goodman asked me to tell you that the prosecutor in this case has no power of attorney over him. He's an Israelite. There's no grounds under the bar code. This matter should be dismissed. I believe he may want to represent himself. You may ask for some clarification if you talk to Mr. Goodman, but that's what he told me to tell you.
Thank you. Mr. Goodman, are you requesting that you represent yourself on this matter? You're muted, Mr. Goodman.
What I'm saying is, nobody has power of attorney law over me through the barcode. I'm the beneficiary. My name is not those capital letters, so I'm an Israelite from the 12 tribes. So what I'm saying is I'm representing myself. That's all that needs to be said, because that's what the law is. I got common law jurisdiction. It's a non-violent crime. So I push for it to be dismissed under the barcode.
It's not going to be dismissed today. So simple question: are you representing yourself from this point forward? Yes or no?
Yes, I'm counseling myself.
All right, Mr. Bowditch, you're out. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I said, are you planning on filing a motion, or would you like to set this case for trial?
I'm planning on filing a motion to dismissal because there's no grounds or no standing over my case, because nobody has power of attorney law to hear me, to even take this process even further. You got to prove that first. You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me to hear this matter.
Okay,
I'm an Israelite.
What you're saying, but you don't know what you're talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about. You don't have power of attorney law. The prosecutor don't have power of attorney law. You don't have power of attorney law. It's under the barcode.
Mr. Goodman, please do not interrupt me. I'm trying to be polite.
Okay, it's under the barcode, though. This is what you signed up to do. You're a public servant. So
unless you are a price on a can of beans, we don't need a barcode.
Yes, I am. I'm a human being. I'm not a deity. I'm a human being. I'm a living man. I'm a living being. I'm not no cargo. I'm not none of that. It's under the barcode. This is the real law.
Come here.
No standing or no ground.
Mr. Goodman, I'm going to give you a date for your motion.
I'm only here to praise Garheed.
Pardon me?
I want all my rights intact to me at all times.
All right, folks, we've got another intense case today. Judge Oakley is back, and as always, he's taking control. Honestly, I love watching him handle these situations. He knows exactly how to deal with sovereign citizens better than anyone. This time, we've got a guy in court for assaulting his girlfriend. And of course, he's trying the usual sovereign citizen tactics. When will people realize this stuff doesn't work? Who knows? As you watch, let me know your thoughts. How do you think this guy's IQ stacks up? Something tells me it's not very high. Let's dive in and see how this hearing plays out. Mr. Goodman, I don't need anyone having power of attorney over me through any barcode. I'm the beneficiary, and my name is not written in all capital letters.
Your mic.
I want all my rights intact to me at all times. Do you agree?
I can't understand you, so no, I don't agree. I hear your
Okay, I want my rights intact to me at all times. I want all my rights intact to me at all times.
All right, I can't understand you.
Okay.
Are you still living on border? Are you still living on border? Mr. Goodman, are you still living on border?
Ashley, keep yourself muted, please. Your child keeps crying. Thank you.
No, I live somewhere else. I moved.
All right, can you give me that address, please?
I stay at hotel rooms from time to time because I don't have no house right now. So I've been staying in hotel rooms.
Geographically, where are you at today?
Detroit, Michigan.
All right. So my next pretrial date is when, Heather?
It is March 8th.
All right. So Mr. Goodman, I'm going to give you a date on March 8th to file a motion. You file a motion, we'll hear it on March 8th. That's going to be in person.
Motion for dismissal?
Whatever you want to file a motion. You said you wanted to file a motion. So I'm giving you a hearing date for your motion.
What time?
We'll schedule that at 10 a.m. and this is going to be live. No Zoom.
All right.
Having trouble.
All right. I want all my rights and text me all the time.
Pardon?
I'm only here to threaten confusion. I just want all my rights and text me all the times. And everybody just got to prove that they got power of attorney law.
You got to slow down because you're talking so fast I can't understand you. I keep hearing all time, but that's all I'm getting.
Okay, what I'm saying is for the dismissal, I'm going to put it in today. You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. I'm going to have to sue the courthouse for 100 folds.
Mr. Goodman, I don't have to prove a damn thing to you, sir. If you're here on the,
you got to prove
listen to your motion.
You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. You don't have power. I don't care what you're talking about. You got
attorney over you, Mr. Goodman. Listen.
Yes, you do. You need power of attorney law to talk to me. You ain't got no ground. You ain't no standing. You ain't got no ground on standing. I got the affidavit of truth right here. I got authenticate birth certificate. I got a letter of intent over here right now. I broke all my contracts with the government. I'm not those capital letters. I'm with the 12 tribes of Israel. My name is Israel. I'm an Israelite. I'm with the 12 tribes of Israel. You don't got no power of attorney law over me. I'm pushing for dismissal. I'm suing your courthouse for 100 folds.
Here we go.
Mr. Goodman, I am not a corporation. I'm an Israelite from the 12 tribes. I'm representing myself, and that's all that needs to be said. It's my right under common law. This is a non-violent crime, and I'm asking for this case to be dismissed based on the barcode argument. Judge Oakley, it's not going to be dismissed today. So, here's a simple question. Are you representing yourself from this point forward? Yes or no? Mr. Goodman, yes, I'm representing myself. Judge Oakley, all right. Mr. Beige, you're dismissed. Thank you. Now, Mr. Goodman, do you plan to file a motion, or would you like to set this case for trial? Mr. Goodman, I'm planning to file a motion for dismissal.
He missed his own court date.
Let's try it again, counsel. I'm sorry.
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Mann for the people, P84088.
All right. And Mr. Goodman, can you hear us okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Ms. Murphy, what are we doing on these files?
Judge, it's my understanding that Mr. Goodman has an appointment at the Forensic Center on January 31st. As Your Honor knows, he has pending cases in Frank Murphy. He went before Judge Michael Callahan yesterday. He was, his bond was reinstated with a tether. I believe Your Honor has put a 250 10% bond on Mr. Goodman. You know, Your Honor, that I'm going to ask you to reduce that bond to something affordable.
All right, so I've got two files. One file's got that 250 10% with a GPS tether. That would be the February 5, 2022 incident date. And then the other file, which is the misdemeanor file from May 10, 2019, he's just on a personal on that one with a GPS tether.
Right, and you know, Your Honor, that I don't represent him on the DV.
Right, right. But he finally does have a date for a forensic exam?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, all right. So you just want to adjourn the PCC?
Yes, Judge. And ask for a reduction in bond.
Thank you. And Mr. Goodman, have you talked to an attorney on the domestic violence case, or are you representing yourself on that one?
I have nobody to represent me. I think it was Lanford or something was supposed to be my attorney. I'm not sure how it went south.
Okay. All right, counsel, go ahead and make your bond argument. But before you do, just so we're all on the same page, my notes say it's $25,000, 10%, no contact with complaining victim, and GPS tether. Is that your understanding?
So, Judge, I thought it was $250,000, 10%.
I don't know
25,000.
what I just said, but
Oh.
my file says 250, well, yeah, 250,000, 10%, correct.
So Judge, I mean, obviously that's unaffordable. Mr. Goodman is not a man of.
Mr. Goodman, there's no legal standing for this case. There are no grounds to proceed. Nobody has power of attorney over me to even continue this process. You need to prove you have that authority before hearing this matter. I'm an Israelite, and I know the law. Judge Oakley, Mr. Goodman, please don't interrupt me. I'm trying to be polite here. Mr. Goodman, but it's under the barcode. This is what you signed up for, you're a public servant. Unless you're a price tag on a can of beans, we don't need a barcode. Judge Oakley, I'm a human being, not a deity. I'm not cargo. I'm a living, breathing man, not an object. And the barcode argument does not apply here. Mr. Goodman, I want all my rights intact at all times. Do you agree with that? Judge Oakley, I can't understand you, and no, I don't agree with that. Can you please slow down, miss?
He and his significant other just acquired new housing, Your Honor. They have a baby. Mr. Goodman needs to be there to assist with childcare responsibilities because both of them were working before Mr. Goodman was taken into custody. I know we've had some issues, Your Honor, with appearing in court. Mr. Goodman has had transportation issues with respect to getting to the forensic center, and that was his issue, Judge. The tether violation was simply a malfunction of equipment, so I would ask Your Honor to, and since they do not have means, Your Honor, I would ask Your Honor to reduce I'm asking Your Honor for a personal with the tether.
Response. And counsel, you don't have to jump up to talk to me. I know it's instinctive, but it's okay if you don't.
Thank you, Your Honor. It is instinctive. Your Honor, in this case, he is before us for a misdemeanor DV. I understand he does have some pending felonies. I understand he's on a GPS tether for the felonies. I believe at this time, the most important thing is that he remain on, or that if he is released, he remains on a GPS tether. So in this case, I would not object to a personal bond.
Sorry. Ms. Murphy, unfortunately, this is one of those situations where I don't care what the parties think, because I've got a long history. This building's got a long history with Mr. Goodman not showing up in court. So I set the bond for that reason. I'm keeping the bond as it is for that reason.
Mr. Goodman, I just want all my rights intact at all times. That's what I'm saying. Judge Oakley, are you still living on border? Where are you staying? Mr. Goodman, I stay in hotel rooms from time to time because I don't have a permanent residence right now. Judge Oakley, can you give me the address where you're staying today? Mr. Goodman, I'm in Detroit, Michigan. Judge Oakley, all right. Your next pretrial hearing is set for March 8th. You'll need to file your motion by then, and we'll hear it in person. Mr. Goodman, I just want all my rights intact at all times. Judge Oakley, I understand. Your motion hearing is scheduled for March 8th at 10 a.m. It will be in person, not on Zoom. Mr. Goodman, you need to prove you have power of attorney over me. I'm going to sue the courthouse for 100 times the amount.
Were you late for court?
I really don't got an excuse, besides I got insomnia.
I'm sorry, what?
I really don't got an excuse, but I got insomnia.
He overslept, Judge. That's what he's saying.
All right, so here's the thing. You need to be on time for court. Otherwise, you know what's going to end up happening? Whether you're 20 or 18, guess what? We'll make sure that you come on time. If you're not on time, we'll know where you are. You know how we'll know that?
Got my address.
I'm sorry, what?
I said y'all got my address.
No, because you'll be in Orange. And we'll bring you over from the jail. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
How far did you go in school?
In school?
Yes.
10th grade.
All right, why did you only go to the 10th grade?
I dropped out.
Why?
Because there was like a lot of drama.
All right, so let me explain to you about drama. Drama is you coming before the court and not addressing the court properly. Drama is using slang and not proper English coming before the court. So my advice is you probably want to get your GED so that you can get a job, because now it is hard to get good employment without at least a high school diploma. And even if you have a high school diploma, it's still hard. Guess what? People who go to college, and I'm not talking to people who go to college and they're getting a degree in philosophy, finding a job. I mean, people who are going to college, getting a degree in engineering, biology, they're all having a hard time finding employment. So you come along and you don't even have a 10th grade education and you're trying to get employment, it does not look good. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you employed?
I was employed.
So that's a no, right? You're not working?
No, ma'am.
So that means that your mom or somebody is supporting you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you come back here on the 27th, you're going to come on time and you're going to address the court properly. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Do you have an excuse?
Yes. Once you sign the
Court clerk. Good morning, Mr. Goodman. Can you hear us? Mr. Goodman. Yes, sir. Court clerk. We're here to discuss your bond and your case. You had an appointment at the Forensic Center on January 31st. You also have pending cases in Frank Murphy, and Judge Callahan reinstated your bond. There's a $250 bond with a GPS tether. We're dealing with two cases, one from February 5th, 2022, and another from May 10th, 2019. You signed a personal bond on the second case with a GPS tether. Defense attorney. Your Honor, I'd like to request that the bond be reduced to something more affordable. At this point, Mr. Goodman continues to challenge the bond conditions and legal proceedings, while his attorney is working to have the bond lowered.